I'm about to do a story time for y'all while I eat Takis. Now check this out. I did a video eating Takis for the first time ever on camera, but my computer crashed the day that I made the video, so I lost the footage. So y'all will never ever see my first time eating Takis on camera. Ever. Because if I could have faked it and been like, this is my first time eating Takis, but I'd be a fake ass nigga. I've had Takis before. This is my second time. This is my second bag of Takis ever. I don't remember what they taste like because I had them in January. My first bag of Takis, I bought them in January. This is March 4th right now. So whenever I put this video out, I don't know if I'm going to put it out tomorrow, March 5th, or whenever. But this is my first time eating this is my second time eating Takis. I'm sorry. Second time eating Takis. Today's date is March 4th. I don't know when y'all gonna see this. I might not put this out till like March 8th or some shit like that. But second time eating Takis. And I'm gonna do a story time. I'm gonna tell y'all the time that I threw eggs down the laundry chute when I was like 5 years old. I might have been like 6. I'm gonna say like 5 or 6. Now, for those who don't know, I was born with spina bifida. And the doctor said with my spina bifida, I wouldn't be able to ever walk. So that's what makes this story so interesting. So I'm telling y'all the story that my mom told me. I personally don't remember this, but my mom said it happened. And a couple people in my family told me this story too. So I'm going to tell y'all based off what they told me. These bitches is hot, so I might not be able to like talk and eat at the same time that much, but I'm going to try. Now, I was born with spina bifida. For those who don't know what it is, y'all can Google it, or y'all can watch my 30 plus videos about spina bifida. I don't really feel the need to tell y'all because I do so many videos about it. Y'all should know what it is by now. But long story short, spina bifida is where your spine don't close at the end, right above your butt crack. Therefore, you have like nerve damage and all kind of problems. So long story short, I wasn't supposed to ever be able to walk ever in life. So when I did this, it was a surprise to my whole family. It was a surprise to my mom. It was a surprise to everybody who knew about me throwing eggs down the laundry chute. So my mama said she was chilling, watching TV or whatever. And then she said she heard a noise. And it sounded like something like dropping and spilling. Like it sounded like that. That's how some cartoons make eggs sound. Cartoons make eggs have that noise where it's like crack and then they're like the yolk come out. And my mama said she heard the noise and she couldn't figure out what it was. But she knew it wasn't me because I really wasn't walking at the time. I was trying to walk, but I wasn't really like walking. So she looking around trying to find the noise, blah, 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 blah. Then next thing you know, she caught me with eggs in my hands. And like the carton of eggs in one hand, and then like my other hand throwing the eggs down the chute. Now the part that threw her off was I could barely walk and I also couldn't stand. Like I was one of those people with spina bifida as a baby or a young child, whatever you want to call it. If I walk, I could walk, but once I stop walking, I'll fall because I couldn't keep my balance. My balance is still bad to this day, but I'm blessed. But I was one of those people. I was one of those people with spina bifida. I'll walk, then then I fall. Then I walk and then I fall. And then my family prayed for my balance to get better. My balance did get better. My balance ain't 100% like people without spina bifida, like people who don't have what I have, my health issues. But my balance is way better than a lot of people with spina bifida. Like I said, most people with spina bifida can't walk. They're paralyzed. So when my mama caught me throwing eggs down the chute, the laundry chute, she said the first thing she thought of was, how did you walk to the refrigerator? How did you get the eggs? And how are you standing there throwing them down the chute without falling? Because I couldn't stand back then. Like I couldn't stand without falling unless I had my leg braces on. Or unless I'm holding on to something. Because the way my spina bifida is if I'm holding on to something, I ain't gonna fall. But I'm a wobble if I don't hold on to nothing. And that's why I wear the AFOs or the IFOs, however you want to pronounce it, that I showed y'all in previous videos. Now, my mom was blown away, and she told me the only reason why I didn't get in trouble for doing that is because I had spina bifida, and she was just so blown away at how I could stand and do what I was doing, throwing the eggs down the laundry chute without falling. Like, she was so blown away by me doing that, I didn't even get in trouble. Because even though I had spina bifida, I was still a regular kid, so I still did hard-headed stuff and still got in trouble for doing hard-headed stuff. My mama didn't have no sympathy for me. And that's one thing I loved about my mama. She didn't treat me like a handicapped kid. She treated me as if I was normal and I was, or regular, whatever you want to call it. She treated me as if I was no different from any other kid. If I did something bad, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I love that about my mama. She didn't treat me like, oh well, you handicapped, so I'm gonna treat you different. Because she knew the world wasn't gonna treat me no different. The world wasn't gonna have no sympathy for me. Wasn't gonna have no pity for me. But that time that I did that with the eggs down the laundry chute, she was like, I can't discipline this child because, for one, I'm so blown away and amazed at how this young child can stand and throw eggs down the laundry chute without falling, because my balance was so bad as a child. Like, my balance was horrible. So my balance was like trash, man. I had very bad balance. So she was just blown away. And I feel like that's what saved me from getting a spanking. Because my mama was quick to spank me if I did something wrong, because, you know, she wanted me to be raised right and do the right thing and not be a bad kid, of course. Like, all kids, I feel like, should be taught right from wrong and disciplined for their actions. Whether it's you spank them, take their PlayStation, take their phone, tell them they can't go outside and play with their friends. I feel like that's just a part of raising your kids the right way, disciplining them when they do wrong. But in that case, my mom was just like, I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful that God allowed you to be able to not fall. Because if I would have dropped one of them eggs and fell on the ground, I could have broke my neck, broke my back, broke my ankles. Because due to my spina bifida, my body is not as strong as everybody else's. You can slip on some egg yolk and probably be fine. I could break a bone. So if my mom was alive, God rest her soul, R.I.P. my mama, she'd be here to tell y'all the story, and it would have been 100 times more funnier. But since she's not here with us, she's in heaven, I'm going to tell the story for y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all had y'all imaginations on and saw that and had that picture in y'all mind, that detailed image of a 5-6-year-old kid, fat little chunky kid. I wasn't no skinny baby. I was a fat chunky baby. So just imagine a fat chunky baby walking with some eggs in his hand, knowing with the mindset of knowing that this child barely can walk and he can barely stand. Just imagine him opening the laundry chute and just dropping eggs down there. That's exactly how I went from what my mom told me. And just imagine a black lady that looked like Pam from Martin hearing the noise and trying to figure out where it's coming from. Not thinking it's your child because you know your child can barely walk and he can barely stand. Next thing you know, you hear the noise and you're like, oh snap, that's my child. And then when you see it, just imagine that Pam from Martin laughing because she's just so grateful that my child can stand, my child can walk. He's being bad right now, but I'm not going to blame him for being bad because he is a child. At the end of the day, I had to be no older than 6. I might have, like I said, I started walking when I was 5. So I might have been 5, but no older than 6 for sure. Because by 7 and up, I was straight. You know what I'm saying? I was walking just like how I do now. But yeah, man, that's my story. I hope y'all get inspired. I hope anybody out there with spina bifida hears my story and understands that just because of what the doctors tell you, it doesn't always mean that what the doctors say is the final say so. Because the final say so comes from God, man. So y'all remember that. I ain't really eat these too much throughout this whole video because I wanted to tell y'all this story. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We almost at 1K. We had like 609 or something like that. So I love y'all, man. I appreciate every last one of y'all. 609 people. Like I said, today is March 4th. Excuse me, 2020. I don't know when y'all gonna get this video. I don't know if y'all gonna get it in April. I don't know if y'all gonna get it tomorrow. Depends on after I edit it and all that good stuff. But y'all definitely will get this video because like I said, the last TAKIS video, my computer crashed and the video never saved. So y'all getting this one though.